Pinecrest Academy football broadcast is brought to you by O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Haynes Sports Medicine, S.J. Palzo, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Atlanta Rehabilitation Center, Billy Howe Ford, and Alessio's Restaurant and Pizzeria.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome Between the Pines here at Pinecrest Academy for another exciting Friday night of Pinecrest Academy Paladin football. It's homecoming tonight here at Pinecrest Academy. I'm Ken Gustafson. So great to be with you tonight. I'm joined by my broadcast partner, Bo Johnson. The Paladins lost a heartbreaker last week to Kings Ridge Christian by the score of 14-7. It was a winnable game for the Paladins. They had chances to win, but just couldn't get it done. Tonight, we can guarantee you that the Paladins will win. Pinecrest Academy takes on Fellowship Christian, whose mascot is also the Paladins. They come into this game at 3-3 overall and 1-3 in the region, while Pinecrest Academy is 0-6 and still searching for that first win. Bo, your thoughts tonight on tonight's game?
Well, it's Friday the 13th tonight, Ken, and we're going to hope that this 0-6 start by Terrence Mathis and Pinecrest Academy, all that bad luck's behind them. We're going to get it started tonight, put some points up on the board. This team has really struggled this season, scoring touchdowns, getting through into the end zone once they do get into the red zone. They've been outscored 145-44 in the first 6 games, Ken.
My goodness, 145-44. That's unbelievable. Well, you know, head coach Terrence Mathis said this week that Monday was the best practice they've had in a while. He said that if the players trust each other and play for each other, they will have a chance to win the football game. In last season's only meeting, Fellowship Christian defeated Pinecrest Academy 42-28. Tell you what, we will be back for the Billy Howe Ford Keys to the Game and Coach's Close-Ups presented by Haynes Sports Medicine right after this. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV.
If you want a used vehicle, but you also want peace of mind, you want a Ford certified pre-owned vehicle. Because every Ford CPO vehicle is given a rigorous 172-point inspection by Ford factory-trained technicians. From the radiator to the transmission, to the engine, to the air conditioning. And every Ford CPO vehicle is backed by Ford with 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty coverage. Plus 12-month, 12,000-mile limited warranty coverage. Ford certified pre-owned. A car that's inspected by Ford and backed by Ford. So what does that mean to you? Relax, it's covered.
Between the Pines here at Pinecrest Academy, it is homecoming tonight here at Pinecrest Academy, and they are welcoming the alumni back. As I mentioned in the opener, Pinecrest Academy is 0-6 coming into this game, still searching for that elusive win. Fellowship Christian 3-3 coming into this game. In last season's only meeting, Fellowship Christian won 42-28. That was last season. Here are the keys to the game presented by Billy Howe Ford. The first one, Bo, is trust the process and each other. The team is getting better. They just have to keep focusing on each week and getting better, each player sticking to his assignment.
Can they also want to play for each other? Coach Mathis emphasized this earlier in the week in the pregame call. Focus on the guys playing for each other and building from there. You know, they got to start playing as a team. They got to know where each other are on the field. From start to finish and complete plays, man. That's
exactly right. Very good point. And the third key of the game, I should say, let that carry over to the X's and O's. Coach Mathis said earlier this week, it's not even about X's and O's. It's about trusting each other and playing with each other. With that mindset, where it needs to be, the Paladins have got to turn that focus and that energy into making plays and putting points on the scoreboard. Very, very important tonight against this Fellowship Christian team. Fellowship Christian is coming off a 31-24 loss to Whitfield Academy. That happening a week ago. Here are the coach close-ups presented by Haynes Sports Medicine. Pinecrest Academy coach Terrence Mathis. This is his first year as Pinecrest Academy coach. He is a former NFL wide receiver, drafted by the New York Jets, also playing for the Atlanta Falcons and the Pittsburgh Steelers. He attended Redan High School before going on to play football and basketball at the University of New Mexico. Tell you what, we're gonna hold on right there and listen to this beautiful national anthem. Beautiful national anthem tonight here at Pinecrest Academy. We were talking about the coaches' close-ups. Terrence Mathis, the Pinecrest coach, former NFL wide receiver for was drafted by the New York Jets, also played for the Atlanta Falcons. Many of you Falcon fans remember him back in the mid-'90s. Also played for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He attended Redan High School. He's a local guy. After graduating from Redan, he went on to play football and basketball at the University of New Mexico. He is a member of the University of New Mexico Hall of Fame and also a member of the UNM Football Ring of Honor. Tell us, Bo, about the Fellowship Christian coach Al Morrell.
Al Morrell, this is his 5th season as the Fellowship Christian head coach. He started the Creekview program years ago. He's Region 6A Coach of the Year, reigning. His team was undefeated during the regular season last year. He turned it around after going 14-16 in his first 3 seasons at Fellowship Christian.
He's done a great job, Coach Morrell has. He played baseball at Troy University. He was a center fielder. So we are about to start the game in just a few minutes here. Both teams were ready to run through their signs. Again, a tough loss last week for Pinecrest Academy, losing 14-7. Michael Baroses scored the first touchdown to give the Paladins a 7-0 lead. They had a chance to tie the game, but Mickey Mangan's pass was intercepted in the waning moments, and Kings Ridge Christian came away with a 14-7 victory. Speaking of Michael Baroses, he is going to be out for this game with a hand injury. He had surgery on his hand, and he's not going to be able to play tonight. We're going to interview him tonight at halftime, along with Hogan Palmer, another player for Pinecrest Academy, who broke his shoulder on the first play of the game last week. Bo, that's 2 key players that Pinecrest is going to have to do without tonight.
When you talk about the need to score points for this Pinecrest Academy team and Coach Terrence Mathis, both of these kids that are out, one a senior, one a junior, both of them run the football. Coach Mathis is trying to incorporate the spread offense here at Pinecrest Academy, just brought it over. One of the keys to a spread offense is being able to do a read option. The quarterback's going to start out in a shotgun formation. He needs to be able to have faith in the guy he's got running the ball, and both of Pinecrest Academy's 2 main running backs are out for this game. They're going to rely on the fullback, number 25, Binkley, and the freshman running back, Novo, number 42 tonight, if they want to put points up on the board.
Binkley has been very good this season. He scored a few touchdowns. Antonio Novo, haven't seen a whole lot of him. although he is capable as well. So it is Pinecrest Academy against Fellowship Christian. Paladins versus the Paladins here at Pinecrest Academy between the Pines. And Pinecrest won the toss. They will receive the ball. And it is football time, folks, between the Pines, as we await Fellowship Christian to come through their sign. And the clock ticks down to 0. We're about ready to start this game. Fellowship Christian comes in at 3-3 overall, 1-3 in the region. And of course, as you know, it doesn't need to be mentioned anymore, really. Pinecrest Academy 0-6, desperately needing that first win, Bo.
Absolutely. With 3 games left in the regular season for Terrence Mathis, the biggest thing about from here going forward is setting yourself up for next year. He's only got 5 seniors, one of them out for tonight's game, so he's got 4 that are dressed. Very young team, lots of freshmen and sophomores. You want to start playing together as a team, scoring some points, going into the season. Try to squeak out a win or 2 if you can. You don't want to finish with a completely defeated season.
Right.
Paladins took the field here, and we're getting ready for kickoff.
We are getting ready for kickoff. You are right about that. Mickey Mangum, the starting quarterback for Pinecrest Academy. He'll also have his younger brother, wide receiver Colby Mangum. We'll also be relying on Brooks Binkley, as we mentioned, as the starting running back. Hogan Palmer will play, Peter Hoover, number 20, will play a key role in this game as well for Pinecrest Academy. The starting quarterback for Fellowship Christian is Brooks Bryant. He was 9 for 18 last week against Whitfield Academy, 9 for 18, 175 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Talking with Coach Morrell, they run a wing T offense. They are missing 2 key players as well. Casey Barham is out with injury, one of their best top running backs. Also, Merrick Hagler, the real deal, starting running back for Fellowship Christian. He is also out as well. His younger brother, Lawson Hagler, not too shabby a player, though. As we get ready for kickoff, Jack Behrens. Actually, Fellowship Christian is going to be receiving the kickoff. And Pinecrest Academy will be receiving the ball to start the second half. Connor Sassine gets the ball from the official, and he is ready to kick it off. James Milholland back for Fellowship Christian. Also Cameron Gill back for the FCS Paladins. Here we go. Toe meets leather. Sassine gets into it. And it's fielded by Milholland. Milholland to the 10, to the 20, the 25. And it's a fumble. I think Fellowship got onto it, though.
Player may have been down there before the ball came out.
That's true. That's number 9, Cam Cochran,
with
the recovery.
Great coverage there by the kicking team as they try to bring the ball upfield right at the 20-yard line. He hits the ground. As you know, ground cannot cause a fumble. Looks like his knee was down.
Brooks Bryant, the starting quarterback for Fellowship Christian. And as I said earlier, they run a wing T offense. Bryant under center. He is sacked. He is sacked. Great play by the Pinecrest defense.
Absolutely, if they can keep this up.
Stone Brown with the sack, and that's a loss of about 5 yards.
Great start here by the Pinecrest Academy defense to smother the quarterback there as he was trying to hand the ball off.
So 2nd and 15 from the 18-yard line. Great job by the Pinecrest Academy defense. Cody Tapley, the wide receiver on the outside. Here's Bryant's handoff. And another fumble, and this one is picked up by number 21, Trip Hochman, and Hochman is tackled inside the 20-yard line, down around the 17. What a golden opportunity for the Pinecrest Academy Paladins to put some points on the board.
Player injured here. Might have been the player making the tackle there.
Let's see, that is number 17, Murphy Reeves. Murphy Reeves, the injured player for Fellowship Christian.
Reeves with a great tackle there, kind of threw his shoulder into the into the legs of the ball carrier, causing the fumble. Almost upended him. Can't tell if he's favoring a shoulder or a arm.
Well, he obviously hoped this young man is going to be all right.
Great turn of events for Pinecrest.
Excellent turn of events for Pinecrest. They need to capitalize here. Great defensive effort there by the defense. Great job by Hochman to be Johnny on the spot, to get the ball into the red zone.
Biggest thing you want to do when you defer the ball and decide to take it at the second half is you want to make a stop. And here on the second play of the game, Fellowship fumbles the ball, gives up to Pinecrest. So I'd say they've done that. Now let's see if, well, within field goal range already, if they can get some points up on the board.
And he is being helped off the field. He's walking off under his own power. That's a great sign. Heck of a play by Murphy Reeves to prevent more yardage for Pinecrest. But Pinecrest has the ball. Let's call it the 18-yard line. And a big opportunity for the Pinecrest Paladins to score first here. Mangan in shotgun. Brooks Binkley to his left. Mangan awaits the snap. Mangan going to give it to Binkley. Binkley is tackled by number 60. That is Reed Bott. And a nice play by Bott. Didn't look like Binkley got much.
Went to hit the hole there a little early, kind of ran into his blocker, got stuffed up. Almost back to the line of scrimmage, small loss.
This small loss, 2 and 12, a 2-yard loss, 2 and 12, second down and 12 from the 20. Mangan awaiting the snap. He gets it. He hands it to Binkley. Binkley breaks the hole. And I believe he got down to about close to the 15-yard line. There is a flag on the play, however. Or is the flag? No, there's no flag on the play.
Doesn't look like there's a flag. You're going to get most of that yardage made up from the loss there. Going to be a 3rd and 7 here.
So the ball is at the 16-yard line, 3rd and 7 for Pinecrest Academy. Mangum in shotgun. Binkley to his right. And here's the snap. Mangan, he's being chased, he's being pressured, and he is sacked for a huge loss. Number 50, that is Matthew Curry on the stop. Also number 8, that was Billy McCurry on the stop as well. A huge loss for the Pinecrest Academy Paladins as Fellowship Christian comes up big on 3rd and 7. So they're going to have to settle for a field goal here by Connor Sassine.
Going to be about 11-yard loss there. Kind of knocks them out of field goal range. Let's see.
See what they decide to do.
It.
They are going to try it. Matt Stone's good. They're going to punt. They're going to punt the ball.
Yeah, would have been about a 52-yard field goal. It needs a lot of leg from a high school player.
That's true. Not too many high school kids can kick 52 yards. Here's Stone's punt. It's a high wobbler. It bounces into the end zone. So Fellowship Christian will start at their 20-yard line. Tough break for Pinecrest Academy. They had the ball in the red zone, thanks to the fumble recovery by Trip Hochman, but the Fellowship Christian defense rose up and made the plays, and that 11-yard sack on Mickey Mangum, huge play.
Yeah, Mangum trying to get out of the pocket there, ends up going a little bit too far back there. Sometimes you know taking a sack might not be a bad thing. He wasn't out of the pocket yet, couldn't get rid of the ball. Lots of pressure in his face. He had 3 defenders running at him. Unfortunate turn of events there. A decent punt by the punter there. Kicking from about the 49-yard line, it's kind of hard to coffin corner a guy when you're this young in high school. He was trying to do that. Ball almost went out of bounds, but ends up rolling to the
Here's Bryant. And an inside handoff. Number 13, that is Lawson Hagler. And Hagler gains about maybe 9 yards, close to a first down. So good running by Lawson Hagler. His older brother, Merrick Hagler, also a tremendous running back. He is out of this game with injury. So here's another. They give it to Hagler. Hagler has a big hole. He's across the 50, the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10, 5. Touchdown, Fellowship Christian. Just like that, Lawson Hagler puts the Fellowship Christian Paladins on the scoreboard.
Big breakdown on the defense there as Hagler just splits them, then breaks to his left on the left side of the field and takes it right up the sidelines. Nobody was catching him.
Unfortunately, all through the season, this has been a reoccurring problem where Pinecrest has had a chance to score. The opponent's defense comes up with big plays. Pinecrest has to give the ball up, and then a couple plays later, the opponent
71-yard run there.
Takes advantage, and that's what happened there.
Right as we were saying that Pinecrest, had good fortune getting a turnover, a huge sack, a punt 2 plays later. We are awaiting the extra point try.
Jack Barron's on to attempt the extra point. Brooks Bryant, the holder. It is 6-0, 8:24 to go in the first quarter. 6-0 Fellowship Christian. Here's the snap. The hold is good. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 8:24 to go in the first quarter, Fellowship Christian strikes first. A 71-yard run by Lawson Hagler gives the Fellowship Christian Paladins a 7-0 lead. We'll be right back. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
We're back here between the Pines. It is homecoming here at Pinecrest Academy, but Fellowship Christian has drawn first blood. They lead it 7-0 thanks to a 71-yard run by running back Lawson Hagler. This after Pinecrest Academy had the ball in the red zone. As they recovered a fumble, they were unable to score. The Fellowship defense came up big, forced a punt, and then a couple plays later, Fellowship Christian scored on that long run. Here's a kickoff by Fellowship Christian. This is Patrick Sullivan with the ball, and he is tackled right away by number 8. That's Billy McCurry, tackled down at around the 20-yard line.
About a 10-yard run back there, gets back to about the 20. Pinecrest needs to not let that long run phase them. They need to stick with their plan.
That's right. They've got to forget about what's happened in past games where similar things have happened before. They've got to just put that behind them and concentrate on the next play. Mangum in shotgun. Back to throw. Now Mangum's going to be sacked. Billy McCurry in the backfield right away. That's his second sack of the game, or 1.5 sacks, I guess you could say, because he was.
Might have been about a third. That first one was a gang tackle. That one was solo. Got right through the offensive line there and straight to the quarterback. He didn't even have time to drop back.
So McCurry in the backfield right away, and that puts Pinecrest in a big hole here, 2nd and 20 on the 10-yard line. Mangum this time under center. And he's going to hand it off to Binkley. Binkley gets some good yardage. He breaks a tackle, Binkley. He's still on his feet. He breaks another tackle. Binkley still on his feet, and he is finally gang tackled at the 25-yard line. Fine run by Brooks Binkley. He broke several tackles. He was finally gang tackled down at the 25.
Got 15 yards of that back. It's going to be a 3rd and 5 now. Pretty manageable 3rd and 5. Let's see if they go back to number 25.
I think they will. Of course, I'm not the head coach, but I would think that would be the prudent thing to do. And they do give it to Binkley, and Binkley gets, he's pushed back a little bit.
If you stop his forward progress, it's going to be about the 28, probably going to be about 2 yards short. Oh, they're only giving him a yard here, so
wow.
4th and 4.
4th and 4, they're going to have to punt the football again. And
not too favorable of a spot there.
Yeah, not too favorable of a spot. You're right. Matt Stone on to punt once again. And back to receive is Cameron Gill. And Stone awaiting the snap. Here it is. He gets his punt off. Nice high punt, end over end. It's going to bounce.
Takes a nice Pinecrest bounce.
And Colby Mangum is going to down the ball at the 15-yard line. So very good job by Matt Stone with his punt, giving Fellowship Christian poor field position.
Instead of retreating back there, the punter decides to let the ball go over his head. Ball takes about another 15 yards of roll after it hits the ground. Not sure what the thinking was there.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that one either.
As Fellowship's backed up now to the 15-yard line.
You don't want to give up field position like that. Would have been better for Gill to try and catch the football, but he did what he did. And Fellowship Christian has the ball at their own 15-yard line. Let's see if Pinecrest can get a stop here defensively. Brooks Bryant gives an inside handoff. And a nice job by the Pinecrest defense as they hit Lawson Hagler behind the line of scrimmage. Brooks Binkley in on the stop.
Looks like he makes it back up to the line. A no gainer there, going to be 2nd and 10. Great penetration by the Pinecrest defense there.
Well, they gave him 2 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 8 from the
Another
15.
favorable spot.
2nd and 8 from the 17. FCS runs a wing T type of offense. And it looks like we may have a false start against Fellowship Christian.
Runner in motion there. We can see how the play was going to develop. Looked like a jet sweep there.
And it is going to be a false start against the Paladins of Fellowship Christian. Back them up 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 13 from the 12.
See if they go back to the jet sweep there.
Here we go, 2nd and 13 from the 12-yard line. Brooks Bryant under center. Bryant hands the ball off. And number 52, Nolan Stafford with the hit on number 4.
Stafford with a handoff up the middle, right up the A-gap. Had it not been for that last level defender, he might have broken that one.
Now, I was told that Merrick Hagler, the older brother of Lawson Hagler, was not going to be playing in this game, and number 4, and he's normally number 4. He had the carry there, so maybe he is playing then. At any rate, it's 3rd and 1. Bryant hands it off, and another big run.
Picking up about 12 there on the
12
3rd
yards.
and 1.
Merrick Hagler, he is in the ball game, in fact.
He is making it known.
So Merrick Hagler, another 12-yard run, and the Paladins of Fellowship Christian have the ball at the 34-yard line. They are moving the football, running it right up the gut of the Pinecrest defense.
Still no pass plays in the game.
Still no pass plays. They do rely on the run
sacks.
quite a bit. They did throw it 18 times last week against Whitfield. And another handoff, another inside run. This is a quarterback keeper by Bryant. And he got maybe 4, maybe 5 yards. So 2nd and going to be 3rd and 6, they say. Third and 6 from the 37-yard line. Bryant under center. Lawson Hagler in the backfield. Now Bryant is going to roll out. He's going to throw. Pass is dropped. Dropped by Lawson Hagler. A big drop there. He had a lot of real estate had he caught that football.
Would have gotten at least the first down there. Huge drop as he was kind of looking upfield before he caught the ball. Big break there for Pinecrest. Huge drop by number 13.
Very big break for Pinecrest Academy as Lawson Hagler drops the football.
Huge 3rd and 6 here for Fellowship as the Pinecrest defense needs to hold them here.
Pinecrest defense definitely needs to hold him here as Bryant now in shotgun. He's back to pass, and here comes Sullivan. Bryant gets rid of it to number 27, Cameron Gill. Gill across the 40 into Pinecrest territory. Big
About
play
a 20-yard
there.
pass play. We have a flag on the field. After the play started, might be a block in the back.
They're using illegal procedure against Fellowship Christian. They're using pink penalty flags, I believe, to
Breast
honor
Cancer Awareness Month.
That's right, Breast Cancer Awareness Month. A few weeks ago, they used blue penalty flags to it was prostate cancer awareness. So interesting, they're using different colored penalty flags.
Now, November is actually Prostate Cancer Awareness Month. You're going to be growing your mustache out for November there, Ken?
Maybe. I don't know.
I can see you with a mustache.
My folks are probably listening tonight. They probably wouldn't like that too much.
1 month out of the year in bad.
1 month out of the year. I'd rather grow a goatee. Goatee or mustache. It is going to be 3rd and, I want to say 11? Is it a 5 or 10-yard penalty on a illegal procedure?
Trying to see what they're, they have it back. He's counting them off now.
He is counting them off.
Going to be 5 yards. Going to be about a 3rd and 10.
So it's going to be
3rd and 11 maybe.
3rd and 11. 3rd and 11 from the Fellowship 33-yard line.
Erases a 20-point gain too. Another huge play for Pinecrest.
Here we go, 3rd and 11 from the 33. Bryant under center.
Showing blitz, Pinecrest.
And now they hand the ball off. A short gain.
Trying to split that gap again to see if he can get that 11 yards back, and Pinecrest does not budge.
They do not budge indeed, and they hold them on 3rd down, and that will force a punt for Fellowship Christian.
Terrence Mathis and his defense bringing the house there.
And that brings in James Milholland, the punter, also a wide receiver for this Fellowship Christian club. And he will punt the football away. And standing back is number 4, Ryan DeFazio. Here's the punt. Nice punt. DeFazio has it. He's across the 20, across the 30, and he is gang tackled right away. And several flags on the field. It could be a block in the back. It could be a face mask. We shall see. A lot of activity going on there.
Decent run back of about 10
Another
yards.
flag just comes in.
He might have been throwing that flag on the referee there.
A lot of laundry on the field.
Everything but a hat. So we're going to walk Pinecrest back now.
Looks like it was a block in the back against Pinecrest Academy, and penalties you can ill afford against teams like Fellowship Christian. This team defeated Walker 28-27. Walker defeated Pinecrest Academy 35-13 several weeks ago. Now you can't read into that totally. As Brooks Binkley gets the football and he runs and he is dragged down. Nice tackle there. And that is number 50. That is Matthew Curry.
Binkley trying to swing it to the outside there, gets stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Going to be a 2nd and 10 here.
It's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 22 for Pinecrest Academy. 2:11, 2:10 counting in the first quarter. Fellowship Christian leads Pinecrest Academy 7-0.
And outside of the 2 sacks, they've been running the ball through Binkley.
There has been steady improvement week to week with this Pinecrest club in spite of the winless record. And here's Mickey Mangan. He gets away from one man. He's going to throw downfield, and it is almost intercepted. He throws it out of bounds. The intended receiver was Peter Hoover.
Better job there trying to get rid of the football as he rolls out. Facing a lot of pressure again.
Yeah, they got to shore up that offensive line there. Too many times Fellowship has been in the backfield and in the face of Mickey Mangan. And he's been sacked a couple of times now. So it's 3rd and 10 from the 22.
See if they try to dial up another pass here.
2 receivers to the left. Binkley to his left. Here's Mangan, and Mangan is going to be sacked again by Billy McCurry. There's that man again, another huge loss.
Coming off the right side edge this time.
Billy McCurry is having himself a game. He's been in on 3 sacks now.
Lining up in the linebacker position, comes off the left edge there, goes straight in.
So Matthew Stone is backed up into his end zone, and he'll have to punt from his end zone. Got to make sure the snap is good here. You don't want to snap it over his head and the thing go out of bounds for a safety. Here's the snap upcoming. There it is. And Stone's punt is a good one. And it bounces across up to midfield and rolls out at the 49-yard line of Fellowship Christian. So Fellowship Christian's going to get good field position here. They are leading 7-0 with 54 seconds to go in the first quarter, Bo.
Going to get good field position on their 49-yard lines, 51 yards to go. Pretty good punt there, backed up in the end zone to at least get him out to the 50.
Imperative for Stone Brown and David Stubbs, Patrick Sullivan, Nolan Stafford, just to name a few on this offensive line, on this defensive line. These boys also play offense. Here's the give to Lawson Hagler. Hagler breaks several tackles, and Hagler is down inside the 40, down close to the 35-yard line. Another nice run by Lawson Hagler.
Hagler with 12 yards there, and just Pinecrest just couldn't bring him down.
Could not bring him
down.
down.
Broke a few tackles, drug a few would-be tacklers for about 4 yards there.
A friend of mine on Facebook told me about the Hagler boys, so watch out for them. Here's the pitch to Hagler again. Hagler on the outside. Hagler gets a lot of running room. Hagler gets several yards, and he is down inside the 25-yard line.
Looking like that's going to be another first down.
Another first down for Fellowship Christian. Another 10-yard for Lawson Hagler. And they're going to spot the ball at the 25.
Chains are moving.
So first down for the Paladins of Fellowship Christian. I formation. And the pitch, they give the ball to Hagler again, and Hagler gets maybe 2 yards on that play. Stone Brown on the tackle. So Fellowship Christian running it down the throats of the Pinecrest defense. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter as the clock counts down 7, 6, 5. Looks like they're going to let the clock run down. And we are at the end of the first quarter. It is homecoming night here at Pinecrest Academy. The Fellowship Christian Paladins lead the Pinecrest Academy Paladins 7-0. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football powered by SUV TV.
This Pinecrest Academy football broadcast is brought to you by O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Hain Sports Medicine, S.J. Palzo, Oral and Maxillofacial Surgery, Atlanta Rehabilitation Center, Billy Howe Ford, and Alessio's Restaurant and Pizzeria.
Do it the second half. We're back here at Pinecrest Academy, homecoming night between the Pines. However, the Paladins of Pinecrest Academy trail Fellowship Christian 7-0 at the start of the second quarter. Pinecrest Academy is a private pre-K through 12 college preparatory Catholic school. We provide an atmosphere of academic rigor and critical thinking while offering personalized attention in a Christ-centered environment of faith and reason. Call us today at 770-888-4477 to schedule a visit to Pinecrest, or visit our website, www.pinecrestacademy.org, to learn more about our award-winning school. So Fellowship Christian running the ball effectively here in the first half as we begin the second quarter. Lawson Hagler running the ball extremely well. And the Paladins of Fellowship Christian have the ball at the Pinecrest Academy 25-yard line. Pinecrest Academy needs to bow up here on defense as Brooks Bryant Fellowship Christian's quarterback gives direction. He is under center.
They really don't.
And he hands the ball to Hagler.
Only about a 2-yard gain there. Decent stop by the Pinecrest defense. They really don't want to go down by 2 scores here.
No, they don't.
Fellowship's almost in field goal range.
And David Stubbs in on the tackle. 2-yard gain for Hagler. It's going to be 3rd and 1. It was 2nd down. Now it's 3rd and 1. And they give the ball to Hagler. Hagler is going to get the first down. And he is down around the 10-yard line. Let's see where they spot. Actually, they spot the ball
It's like
around
about
the 14-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 14. Fellowship Christian already with a 7-0 lead, looking for more. Bryan under center. And he's back to pass.
Pressure.
Colby Mangum trying to get to him, though. Oh, a nice block there by Billy McCurry. And that I thought that might have been a block in the back there on Curry.
Kind of looked like it was, Ken. As they had the pressure on him, quarterback rolls out, though. They let him hit that right side edge. He actually ends up picking up about 6 yards on the play, 7 yards.
So he picks up about 7 yards on the play. It's going to be 2nd and 2 at the 7-yard line. Brooks Bryant going to hand the ball off to Lawson Hagler, and Hagler scores a touchdown. Touchdown, Fellowship Christian. And that's his 2nd touchdown of the game, the first one being that 71-yard run back in the first quarter. He gets this one from 7 yards out. It is 13-0 Paladins of Fellowship Christian.
Fellowship Christian not even needing to pass the ball here. Quarterback's rolled out a few times, but they're this defense for Pinecrest really needs to step it up as they have not made too many stops tonight. Fellowship Christian hitting their gaps, going right through defensive line, leaving it up to the secondary.
Well, we got some good news here. Penalty against Fellowship Christian. I believe it was a holding penalty, so it's going to be, that's 2nd and 1 from the 7. Not sure what the penalty was, but nullify the touchdown. And they give the ball off to Hagler again, and Hagler falls down. It is going to be a Fellowship first down as Hagler is stopped at around the 2-yard line.
1st and goal here for Fellowship.
So 1st and goal for the Paladins of Fellowship Christian. So we got a Pinecrest Academy timeout. And while the timeout is going on, I do want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football on SUV TV, brought to you by Atlanta Rehabilitation and Performance Center, by Haynes Sports Medicine, O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, Grubb Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, Georgia Water and Fire Restoration, and Henninger Realty. Those are just some of our sponsors. Without these sponsors, we would not be able to bring you these exciting games, ladies and gentlemen. So if you're in the area, support these people, support these sponsors.
All right, so we're calling it a 1st and goal from the 4 here for Fellowship.
As they play Dancing Queen, that's a tradition they do here every Friday night. Song from back in the 70s. A lot of these folks weren't even born back then.
Kind of got a lot of the parents of the students up for a minute.
It's really a great atmosphere. People have fun here. We call it Between the Pines, pine trees all over the place. And it's just a great atmosphere for football.
Probably one of the few football fields left that actually has real grass on it.
That's true. Okay, here we go. 1st and goal from the 4. Hagler in the backfield, Bryan under center. And they toss sweep to number 9. That is Cam Cochran, and he scores. Touchdown, Fellowship Christian.
Outside edge there for Cochran on the handoff. Takes to the outside edge, scores the 4 yards. Not much resistance at all from the Pinecrest defense tonight.
No, the Pinecrest defense struggling against this running attack of Fellowship Christian. The score now is 13-0 as Jack Behrens comes in to attempt the extra point. This game reminding me of the Walker game several weeks ago where Walker ran it down our throats. Here's the extra point. It is up. It is good. And just like that, Fellowship Christian doubles their lead. It is 14-0 Fellowship Christian over Pinecrest Academy with 10:18 to go in the first half. This is homecoming night here at Pinecrest Academy. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football powered by SUV TV. Here between the Pines, Fellowship Christian scores a touchdown by Cam Cochran, making it 14-0. I'm Ken Gustafson along with Bo Johnson. Bo, what's it going to take for Pinecrest to get back in this ball game?
Pinecrest has a score now on this drive. They don't want to go down into the half down 2 scores or much less 3. We talked earlier about how young this Pinecrest team was, and they look a little undersized on defense compared to these monsters that Fellowship's bringing out on offense.
So here's the kickoff from Jack Behrens. High kickoff, and it is caught by Ryan DeFazio. DeFazio, a nice run. He's up the middle, and he is going to be tackled at about the 26-yard line. So decent field position for Pinecrest Academy, and they've got to get something going right now.
Yeah, and they're going to have to start, dropping back and maybe completing some passes. That offensive line needs to step it up, kind of reduce that pressure that's getting back to the quarterback. If you just keep handing the ball to number 25, they're going to start sniffing that out like they already have. And once you're able to do that.
Pinecrest has shown capability of throwing the ball downfield. Mickey Mangan can do that. He's got good wide receivers. Here we go. Mangan in shotgun. Binkley to his left. Mangan awaiting the snap. He gives it to Binkley, and Binkley is met right away. He's pushing the pile, but he maybe only gets a yard or 2. And I agree with you, Bo. I think it's time to throw the ball.
They're back there, in the spread offense. Quarterback starts out in the shotgun, running back to his left side, flanking him. That might have been a time on that kind of read option style delivery there where maybe the quarterback keeps the ball, heads off the left edge as 25 comes off the right edge on the play action there.
They gave Binkley a yard, 2nd and 9 from the 26. Pinecrest Academy up to the line.
See if this guy's offensive line can kind of give him a little bit of time to throw the football.
Mangan in shotgun. Binkley to his right. Now Mangan going to keep it. Mangan runs, and he is across the 30 down to the 31.
That time a true read option. Mangan comes out to the right side, decides to keep the ball, gets a couple of yards out of it.
So it's going to be 3rd and 5. They say he got 4 yards on the play, so another big 3rd down for Pinecrest Academy. They need to convert here. 3rd and 4, they say. 3rd and 4 from the 32. Big 3rd down try in this game. Crucial. Mangan back to throw. He throws it, and it's complete to David Stubbs. David Stubbs hit right away. And let's see if he got close to the first down. I don't think so. Let's see.
Looked like he may have gotten a yard, maybe 2.
Maybe
see where they spot this one. Doesn't look like they got the first down, though.
Nope, it doesn't. And that was a sorely needed first down considering the situation being down 14-0. Your defense has not stopped Fellowship all night so far. It is not a first down. It is 4th down, and once again, they're going to have to punt, Pinecrest is. Matt Stone in the ball game to punt.
So Pinecrest does get a pass off there. Very little pressure by the defense on that one. Get the completion, only back to the line of scrimmage.
And we got a timeout on the field. Or the ref is moving the football.
What, did he respot it?
Yeah, he respotted the football. Cameron Gill back to receive.
Oh, he had brought it up on the wrong
Christian.
hash mark.
Here's Matt Stone to punt. A high short punt by Stone. It's going to bounce to the 40-yard line, across the 40-yard line, and it rests at about the 30-yard line of Fellowship Christian. So the Paladins of Fellowship Christian with a 14-0 lead are going to have the football with good field position.
Fellowship with 7:27 left on the clock in the half, starting from the 38-yard line. I would imagine all they're going to want to do here is run the ball, milk the rest of that clock off, try to go into the half with a 3-score lead.
They almost don't even need to throw the ball.
I would imagine
with
not.
the effective running of Lawson Hagler. And they give the ball to Hagler, and Hagler is met right away. Good defensive pursuit by the Pinecrest Paladins.
Might get a yard there.
Joey Kiernan in on the stop for Pinecrest Academy. As Hagler got 1 yard on the play, it's going to be, well, scoreboard says 2nd and 10. Apparently he did not get a yard. So 2nd and 10 from the 39. They give the ball to Hagler again. Hagler running with it, and he gets across the 35-yard line, or the 45-yard line, excuse me, up to about the 46. They're going to spot the ball at the 46-yard line. It's a gain of 7, 3rd and 3 for the Paladins of Fellowship Christian. Both schools have the same mascot.
Paladins versus Paladins. You think if this game ends in a tie, they go out to like a joust or something to kind of solve it?
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Bryant under center. Bryant going to hand it to Hagler. Hagler breaks a tackle. Hagler's found a hole. Hagler, big yardage. And Hagler is tripped up by number 20, Peter Hoover, but not before Lawson Hagler runs the ball into Pinecrest territory. He is down at around the 35-yard line of Pinecrest Academy.
About a 25-yard run there, and Hagler's just having his way with this defense.
He certainly is. 25-yard run by Lawson Hagler.
Picks up 25 on the play. 1st and 10 for Fellowship.
1st and 10 for the Fellowship Christian Paladins at the Pinecrest 36. The defense has to come up with a stop here. Brady Niblock in motion. Now Cameron Gill in motion. They give the ball to Hagler. Hagler breaks a tackle. Hagler still on his feet down the sidelines, and he is tackled inside the 20. Tackled by Patrick Sullivan. He saved the touchdown there. Lawson Hagler just tearing up the Pinecrest defense right now.
It's going to be about another 16-yard run. He's just taking it out in chunks. 1st and 10 from the 19 now.
So the Pinecrest defense has got to do something. They got to strip the ball, force a turnover.
Not doing a very good job of chewing up clock because they've actually made their way all the way down the field to the 19-yard line in just 2 minutes.
Ryan under center. Cameron Gill in motion. And we got a stoppage of play. Whistles blow. Flag is on the field.
Looks like it's going to be a false start here.
False start against Fellowship Christian. Well,
Yep.
push him back 5 yards. That's a break for Pinecrest Academy, a big break. Let's see what the Pinecrest Academy Paladins can do with this.
Tell you what, if they could get a stop right here and hold Fellowship to maybe a field goal, they might have enough time on the clock to try to make something happen before this half ends.
That's true. Here we go. 1st and 15 from the Pinecrest 24-yard line. Gill in motion, and Bryant hands the ball to Gill.
Gets it
and
back
Gill
to
gets
about
about
the
4
line of
yards.
scrimmage, yep.
So they're going to call it. Actually, it doesn't look like he got much. Actually, that was a good job by the Paladin defense, the Pinecrest Academy Paladin defense.
3 yards.
They did give him 3 yards on the play. So 2nd and 12 from the 23, 4:53 to go in the first half. And here the give is to number 4. That's Merrick Hagler, and he gets about 4, maybe 5 yards. So it should be about 3rd and 7. It's going to be 3rd and 6 They say 3rd and 6. Ball is at the 15-yard line.
See if Pinecrest can hold him here.
See if they give the ball to Merrick Hegler or what they're going to do here. Brian under center, and he pitches it to Merrick Hegler. Merrick Hegler on the outside. Merrick Hegler is going to score. Merrick Hegler scores a touchdown for for Fellowship Christian, and it is 20-0 Fellowship Christian.
I'll tell you what, they did a good job on the first 3 downs there of holding this team to very little gainage. You know, a big penalty there helped them out a little bit, but when it comes down to it, Hegler again outside gashes them for another 16 yards on the touchdown there.
The Hegler brothers are killing the Pinecrest Academy defense as Jack Behrens comes in to attempt the extra point. It is up, and it is good. So with 4:04 to go in the first half on homecoming night here at Pinecrest Academy, the Pinecrest Academy Paladins are trailing the Fellowship Christian Paladins 21-0. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
We're back here between the Pines here at Pinecrest Academy. Fellowship Christian leading Pinecrest Academy 21-0. 2 touchdowns by Lawson Hegler and 1 touchdown by his brother Merrick Hegler. That is the scoring for the Paladins of Fellowship Christian as they kick it off. Ryan DeFazio with it for Pinecrest. He runs it up the middle, and he is tackled at about the 25-yard line.
Pretty good return there.
Nice return by Ryan DeFazio, and the loss of Michael Baroses and Hogan Palmer really hurt. You can tell it's hurting this team, but they got to play. They got to play through it. Someone else has to step up.
Kind of one-dimensional so far through this game. See if they can get something going in the pass game.
Mangan in shotgun. Binkley to his left. Mangan back to pass. He gives it to Binkley. Binkley runs it. Binkley continues to run. He is close to the 35-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. Nice run by Brooks Binkley.
Great run. Another read option play there. Ball handed off to Binkley. Gets about 8.5 yards or so. Looks like it's going to be a 2nd and 1.
2nd and 1 from the 34-yard line. What do you want to bet they give the ball to Binkley again?
I like those odds.
Mangan awaits the snap. He gets it. Mangan throws. And it is caught by Patrick Sullivan. Correction, that's Colby Mangan with the catch. Brother to brother. And he is across the 40-yard line. First down, Pinecrest Academy.
I'll tell you what, best thing about that play right there is positive pass yardage.
That's right.
You know, that's the first completed pass they have that's gained positive yardage and a first down so far this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
1st and 10 from the 43. Mangan in shotgun. Binkley to his right. Mangan back to throw, and it is incomplete.
More pressure. Had 3 guys in his face that time, too. Good job of getting rid of the ball.
He did get rid of the ball quickly, and that was a good job by Mickey Mangum to do that, as the Fellowship Christian defense was right in his face. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 from the 43 of Pinecrest Academy. The Pinecrest Academy Paladins trying to mount a drive here before the half ends and put some points on the scoreboard. Two receivers to the left. Mangan in shotgun. Mangan hands it off to Binkley, and Binkley is met right away and pushed back by number 60. That's Reed Bott. So I don't know if they'll give him forward progress or not, but that's either a no gain or a loss on that play.
They gave him forward progress here. It looks like maybe a loss of a yard. Oh, it looked like he kind of made it back to the line of scrimmage there.
So now it's 3rd and 10, this time from the 42. 3rd and 10 for Pinecrest Academy. Let's see if they can convert here. Mangan awaiting the snap. Binkley to his left. Mangan back to throw. He's going to throw a long pass, and it is intercepted. Looks like it's intercepted by number 3, James Milholland.
A true 50-50 ball there. Threw it up. His receiver went up. The cornerback went up. They actually both hit the ground with their hands on the ball. Cornerback comes up with it. Going to be Fellowship Christian's ball now on the 22-yard line.
It was Colby Mangum, the intended receiver, and the tie goes to the, well, I guess in this case, the
unfortunate turnover there for
yeah, it really was.
Pinecrest.
As James Milholland ripped it away from Colby Mangan, and it's a turnover. It's going to be 1st and 10 Fellowship from their own 23-yard line. They lead it 21-0. Bryan under center. He hands it off to Merrick Hagler. Merrick Hagler breaks several tackles, and he is tripped up.
The last player that could have made that tackle made it by the shoestring, number 21.
That's Trip Hoachman.
Or Hagler breaks another one there.
Trip Hoachman with a shoestring tackle, or it was 6 for Merrick Hagler. 1st and 10 from the 37. Cochran in motion. Bryant's going to throw the ball, and it is too low for number 3, Milholland. Pass is incomplete.
Fellowship coming out throwing the ball there on that play. I'm not sure why. Up 21-0, a minute and 50 seconds left to go in the half. You would think they'd continue running the ball.
I agree with you. I would think that they would continue to give the ball to Lawson Hagler or his brother Merrick Hagler. But they decided to switch it up a little bit.
21-point cushion, though.
Yeah,
still a couple timeouts.
I guess they didn't want to be too predictable. So 2nd and 10 from the 37. Now Bryan in shotgun, and he's going to throw. The pass is caught by Gill, but right away the pursuit of the Paladin defense stops him in his tracks. Great job by Pinecrest Academy as number 52, Nolan Stafford, number 41, Jesus Villarreal, number 81, David Stubbs, they're in on the tackle.
Fellowship trying a little screenplay there, and Pinecrest was all over it.
So we have
nobody biting on that one. Great play.
We have a timeout on the field, 1:30 to go. While we have a timeout, I want to give a shout out to some more of our sponsors here. Castle Car Wash, Ben Oak Farms, The Collection, Northside Hospital, Laurel Springs Animal Hospital, Primary Care Pediatrics, Black Diamond Grill, Bill Kiernan, Southern Landscape Supply, and Primary Care Pediatrics. Ladies and gentlemen, remember these sponsors. They make it possible for us to bring you Pinecrest Academy football on SUV TV. So support our sponsors. They do a lot of great things here in this community. Both teams back out on the field. Go ahead, Bo.
Coach Terrence Mathis calling a timeout there. Wants to make sure they get the right defensive call in there. This could be a huge stop for Pinecrest.
So 3rd and 8 from the 39, 1:30 to go in the first half. Fellowship with the ball. And they give the ball to Gill. Cameron Gill breaks a few tackles. Now he's in the open field. Cameron Gill all the way down to close to the 40-yard line of Pinecrest Academy.
And Coach Mathis is furious on the sideline. Gill broke about 5-6 tackles on that play. They actually could have had him wrapped up in the backfield there. Ends up running for about 15 yards, picking up a first down as there's 1:21 left in the half.
You got to wrap up and tackle to be successful at this game.
Pretty good idea what they're going to be practicing in practice this week.
1st and 10 from the 43. And a screen pass is caught by number 4. That's Merrick Hagler. Merrick Hagler breaks a couple of tackles before he is brought down inside the 20, down to about the 19-yard line.
So that's the screen pass they were trying back when they were back on the 30-yard line, but to the opposite side of the field this time. Little screen pass to the running back Hagler. This time he breaks it for about 20.
And we have an injured Pinecrest Academy Paladin on the field, trying to see who it is. And that's the last thing we need with two players out already. By the way, Michael Burrows is the starting running back for Pinecrest Academy, who injured his hand and had surgery on his hand. He will join us at halftime along with Hogan Palmer, who also was injured. He was injured last week against Kings Ridge Christian, injured on the first play of the game. He broke his shoulder. Both those young men will be with us at halftime, and we'll ask them some questions about, obviously, the season not going well, but we'll ask them how they're coping with this adversity with the team and also with their injuries and them not being able to play. We'll also ask them about their future, what they plan to do. Palmer is a junior. Burrows is a senior. And like to see where both these young men will go if they're going to continue
Stafford
playing.
there was
It's
the player
Nolan
down.
Stafford, the injured player. He is up and walking off under his own power. That's great news.
Kind of like to find out, Ken, what it's like to for these kids to play for a former Atlanta Falcons star, Terrence Mathis, also.
Well, we'll ask them that. We'll find that out as well.
Terrence Mathis in his first year as a high school head coach. He was an assistant last year.
He's a winner. He's been a winner on the field. He's a winner off the field. He's going to get this program up to where it needs to be.
8 or 9 years with the Falcons, if I'm not mistaken. I think he has 64 career touchdowns.
That's correct. He scored a winning touchdown to put the Falcons in the playoffs. Back to the game here as Bryant's going to throw the ball. It's caught by Milholland. Milholland across the 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Touchdown, Fellowship Christian.
Kind of caught Pinecrest off guard there. First play after the injury. Little comebacker there, about a 3-yard route. Wide receiver does the rest on his own.
He ran a nice route there, and Bryant threw a great ball to him, and Milholland did the rest, scoring a touchdown. And now the thing that has recurred for Pinecrest Academy for several weeks, it's happening again. They're falling behind big time. They're down 27-0. Now it's 28-0 as Barons kicks the extra point. So with 59 seconds to go in the first half here on homecoming night at Pinecrest Academy, the Pinecrest Academy Paladins trail the Fellowship Christian Paladins 28-0. It will be an interesting conversation in the locker room with Terrence Mathis and his boys, to say the least.
If I'm Coach Mathis, I want to make sure these kids just keep their head up. You know, I'm sure he's had speech after speech as they're starting, 0-6 this season. At some point, they've got to get tired of hearing it, but they got to come out of halftime just like it's a 0-0 game in their minds. They got to come out here and continue to play good football. Try to get some points on the board first and just stay with it. Execute their game plan, play together like he was talking about.
They say, well, we don't want moral victories or there are no moral victories. Well, in this case, there has to be some moral victories. You got to focus on some positives. And they have done some things good here. The recovering the fumble back in the first quarter. Yep. A golden opportunity to score. Unfortunately, they weren't able to capitalize, but, they can think about that and build on that and other things for the future as Barons kicks it off. And that is going to go out of bounds at the 1. Ref's going to throw a flag.
Maybe an illegal kick there.
Illegal kick. And now in college, the ball automatically goes to the 35-yard line, and I believe that's the same in the NFL. In high school, it's a little bit different what the rules are. And let's see what Coach Al Morrell of Fellowship Christian decides to do. He has a choice, Terrence Mathis. Let's see what Terrence Mathis decides to do.
So he takes ball is going
to be at the 35-yard line. Mangan in shotgun. Mangan back to throw, and there's that guy again, Billy McCurry, his 4th sack of the night, as he sacks Mangum for about a 5, maybe 6-yard loss. My goodness.
No answer right there.
No answer right there. Binkley tried to block him. McCurry got around
right
him
through him, yep.
and sacked Mangan. So it's going to be, should be about 2nd and 16 with 51.5 seconds to go. 2nd and 20. They say it's a 10-yard loss.
Wow.
I was
a pretty
being
favorable
generous.
spot, yeah. Timeout here by Coach Mathis.
Timeout by Coach Mathis. Reminder, our next game will be right here between the Pines next Friday night as the Pinecrest Academy Paladins will take on St. Francis. Pre-game show at 7:23. Kickoff at 7:30 on www.thesuvtv.com. Bo, it's been a pleasure to work with you so far. Well,
absolutely, Ken.
I shouldn't say so
13th.
far. So far, it's going to be a pleasure to work with you the whole game.
Happy to join the team here at SUVTV. Beautiful night for some football, though.
It certainly is. Beautiful fall night. 2nd and 17 from the 25 of Pinecrest Academy. They have the football. They have 51 seconds to go to put points on the board. Mangan going to hand it off to Binkley. Binkley finds some running room. Binkley across the 30 down to about the 31-yard line.
Clock continues to tick here by 43 seconds and has now stopped.
Believe we have another timeout.
And that's positive yardage. You know, we got to, take it as you can get. That was about a 5-yard play. They won first down on that one. Great play. Let's see if they can get another first down. If they can punch some points in before halftime, that's great. They're going to get the ball outside of the half.
Well, it's been tough going, obviously, for this Pinecrest Academy Paladin team. But as Terrence Mathis said earlier this week, he just wants his guys to play for each other and trust each other. And they're doing that. Over the weeks, they've done some good things. It's a shame last week they couldn't come away with a victory. They actually took the lead against Kings Ridge Christian, but just weren't able to hold it.
Yeah, what a heartbreaker that was.
Losing 14 to 7 in the game the whole way. Interception at the end sealed the victory for Kings Ridge. So teams back out on the field. It is 3rd and 14 for Pinecrest Academy. Now they hand the ball. No, Mangan back to pass. Mangan throws. Mangan's got his man. It is caught. It is caught by Colby Mangan. Down at the 36-yard line of Fellowship Christian. Beautiful pass, beautiful catch from brother to brother.
First down's going to move the sticks, so it stops the clock here for a little bit. Pinecrest down to the 36-yard line. Let's see if they can get something done here. Not a lot of time on the clock.
Not a lot of time.
One timeout left for him.
34.9 seconds to go.
I say you take another shot here.
Absolutely.
See if you can get the ball in the end zone.
If Pinecrest can get a touchdown before the half ends here, that's big for Uncle Mo going into the locker room.
Absolutely, and then they come out of the half, they get the ball again. If you can score there, now it's a 2-score game again. You never know. I've seen bigger comebacks before. Down 28-0 here, going into the half. It'd be great to go in with some momentum.
So the ball is placed at the 36-yard line of Fellowship Christian. Pinecrest Academy with the football. And a chance to put points on the board before the half ends. 34.9 seconds to go. Mangan in shotgun. Binkley to his left. Mangan awaits the snap. Mangan back to throw. He's got pressure. Mangan rolls to his right. He's going to throw towards the end zone. It is caught. Oh, almost caught. It would have been a beautiful catch by Patrick Sullivan. He just couldn't bring it in. He was double covered.
Sullivan double covered by two cornerbacks, or a cornerback and a safety. Both players at least 2 inches taller than he has, but he goes up to the ball's highest point and brings it up out of the air. Just can't come down with it. Almost a beautiful catch there.
What you don't want to do here, you got to be careful you don't turn the ball over, because a field goal is better than nothing. 26.9 seconds to go. 2nd and 10 from the 36.
True spread now with 4 receivers.
Colby Mangan, the receiver to the left. Mangan, the quarterback, back to throw. Mangan rolls to his right. Mangan going to keep it. Mangan, he runs over a defender, and he is down inside the 30 to about the 26-yard line. There is a flag on the play. Let's see what the flag is.
Mangan playing angry there, dropping his head and just running right through a defender there. You could hear the helmets clap from up here.
He is one tough customer, Mickey Mangan. His brother is too. This whole team is. And we have another timeout.
Final timeout for Pinecrest.
It's a
Nice.
defensive holding against Fellowship Christian. With 18.1 seconds to go, you've got time for 2 throws to the end zone if you want to do that.
I think that's exactly what they should do. Out of timeouts now, so if you run the ball, unless you can get out of bounds, I say either, you throw one up, try to get inside the 10-yard line and out of bounds, or you just take a shot. Maybe on both plays. This quarterback can make both of those throws only on the 18-yard line.
Mangan in shotgun, Binkley to the right. Mangan back to pass. Mangan throws. It is caught by David Stubbs. I don't think he got out of bounds.
No, did not get out of bounds. Caught and tackled right at about the 15-yard line.
They got to get up to the line. They got to clock it. They got to hurry. 4, 3, 2 seconds. Are they going to get a chance? He's going to throw to the end zone. Last play of the half, and it is intercepted by James Milholland, and that ends the first half.
Kind of just threw the ball up there. He had some pressure in his face. Did a good job of getting rid of it. Receiver, again, was double covered in the end zone. Didn't quite make the same leap that he did the first time.
I thought he was going to clock it and maybe send Connor Sassine on to kick a field goal, but they wanted touchdown, and rightly so.
At this point, being down 28-0, you can't really blame him for taking a shot there.
Right, exactly. So we are at halftime. It is homecoming here at Pinecrest Academy, but not good news if you're a Pinecrest fan. Fellowship Christian leads Pinecrest Academy 28-0 here at halftime. We'll be back. Stay tuned. We're going to interview Michael Baroses and Hogan Palmer, 2 Pinecrest Academy football players, right after this. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV. We're back here between the Pines, here at Pinecrest Academy. We're at homecoming tonight. Pinecrest Academy trailing Fellowship Christian 28-0. We're here with 2 star players of Pinecrest Academy, Michael Baroses and Hogan Palmer. Baroses sustained a hand injury and has had surgery on that hand. And Michael, I just want to thank you for being and joining us.
Thank you.
This halftime. So tell me about, you're 0-6, things aren't going well, but tell me about the spirit of the team and how you guys are coping with that.
Well, with a new coach and everything, we lost a lot of seniors last year, so we're just trying to rebuild and try to build a new foundation for us to have a bigger and better program than we had before.
Okay. Now, how are you dealing with your hand injury? I know it's obviously very disappointing to be injured and not being able to be out there playing and trying to help your team.
Yeah, I mean it's hard to watch, like especially like just I don't know, especially homecoming. Watching it, I've never missed a game. It's my first game I've missed because of injury, and so I mean it's really hard to watch. But I'm just gonna be here and support my team, everything I can do. And
Now, you're a senior. What plans do you have in the future? Do you have plans to play college football in the future?
I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about that, but I might.
Okay.
You talking to some schools?
I mean, we're getting in that process. So
Now,
not.
what was the hand injury exactly?
It was. I actually don't remember when I got hurt, but I remember after a play. I think it was on a tackle. I got a bruise, and after the game, I took off my glove, and it was just really
And
swollen.
what kind of surgery did you have to have?
They put pins in my.
So you're expecting a full recovery then?
Yeah,
But
I
you
mean
get-
4 weeks. It's not.
Oh
bad.
yeah, okay. So you're
But-
gonna. I mean, if y'all were making a playoff run, you'd probably be back for the playoffs.
Yeah,
but at least you'll be recovered by the start of next season if you do get to go on and play college football.
Yes.
What would you like to study in college, and what do you plan to do when you get out of college into the working world?
I'm still thinking about that, but I do want to do something in business related. So I hope to do that.
Okay. Who would you say your favorite NFL football player is?
Julio Jones.
I'm sorry?
Julio Jones.
Oh, that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not bad, I guess.
Yeah.
Julio going to
He's
suit
fun to
up
watch.
Sunday. What do you think the chances are? How do you think this game's going to go versus the Dolphins?
I mean, I think Falcons are going to win.
Dolphins with a pretty good run defense, but they've got zero offense. So I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Falcons should blow them out.
Yeah, Falcons. I think
You know,
they're the best.
The Bills are a much better team than the Dolphins. You know,
Right,
the Bills
I would
gave
agree.
them some fits, but they lost the 2 wide receivers.
Yeah.
He's going to be out, but I mean, Julio's playing.
Yeah. They should have won that game.
Yeah.
So.
So when did you start playing football? Did you start at about 5 or 6 years old?
No,
or
actually, I
little
started
older?
in 8th grade.
8th grade.
That was my
Wow.
first year.
You started in 8th grade.
Yes.
Now, do you play other sports here?
Yes, I play soccer and swim. I also swim, and then I used to play basketball in middle school, but I had to give one sport up because you can only play 3 sports in a school year.
That's terrific. That's great. That's great that they have a lot of extra sports here that you can participate in and excel in.
Yes, sir.
Well, this is Michael Barozis, starting running back for Pinecrest Academy. Michael, glad to be with you. And
Thank
we
you.
also have Hogan Palmer here. And I believe you're also a running back, aren't you? Or they use you, trying to remember what your position is. I know I've seen you run the ball a few times.
So I play a little bit of running back. I'm more predominantly on defense I play our nickel, like an outside linebacker.
Okay. Well, how has it been? Well, I know I asked Michael the same question. How has it been? Obviously it's not good being 0-6. You're trying to find your first win. Last week was a heartbreaking loss, a game that you had a good chance to win. How has it been with the team, and how have you been trying to keep being an upperclassman? How have you been able to motivate the guys and keep them keep them upbeat and things like that?
Well, you just got to stay positive. So we know that we lost a lot of seniors. We know we're rebuilding. It's a new offense. It's a new defense. But we all keep a positive mindset, and we're just trying to build up and get better.
That's great. Well, do you have plans to what college or what colleges have you been looking at, or what would you like to do in college, or what would you like to study?
I've been looking at, obviously, the Georgia, Auburn, Arizona State. I'm looking to maybe play lacrosse in college, maybe football. I think I want to study business and follow what my father does, and like a medical device salesman.
What does your father do?
He sells atrial fibrillation, heart.
Nice.
Very nice. And who would you say your favorite football player is?
I'm going to have to give it to Ezekiel Elliott.
Ezekiel Elliott.
Feed Zeke.
Unfortunate Supreme Court ruling. It's unfortunate that they had to even go to the Supreme Court.
Agreed.
As the girl with the accusations on Zeke, man, kind of seemed a little off her rocker and not very credible. But Goodell does have the final say in the NFL, and that's just how it's going to be. What's it been like playing for Terrence Mathis?
It's a blessing. He's the most upbeat, kind coach I've ever met.
Nice.
He keeps us positive at all times. He loves every one of us. Even if you don't play, he's still right there with you.
So to kind of take us through what you think is going on in the locker room now. Down 28, You know, the season's all but lost. What you want to do with the last 3 games is go into the offseason with some momentum. What is he going through in the locker room now? How are you going to come out in the second half, you think?
I think he's just picking us up. I know some people have their heads down, and he's just trying to tell them to keep going. You know, it doesn't matter. You just got to play your hardest, pull out the win maybe.
Sweet.
Well, Hogan and Michael, it's been a pleasure to have both of you with us here in the booth at halftime, and best of luck to you. All the best to both of you with the team and in your future endeavors as well.
Y'all
Thank
enjoy,
you. I appreciate you having us.
Enjoy homecoming weekend. Be safe.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you, Hogan.
Appreciate it, bro.
Michael Barozes and Hogan Palmer, 2 players from injured players from Pinecrest Academy. They wish they were out on the field. Unfortunately, injuries took their toll, and they are announcing the homecoming court here at Pinecrest Academy. You could probably see it on the SUVTV.com, and they're bringing out the homecoming court. Well, what do we do the second half, Bo?
Got to come out and execute some plays. You know, I wouldn't even come out with a mindset like you're in 4-down territory. You know, you're down 4 touchdowns. What you want to do on this first drive out of the half is just gain some positive momentum. Even if you have to keep running the ball a little bit, throw in some play action maybe. Try to keep pressure off your quarterback. Got to get into the end zone. You know, at least it's the first place you want to start. Score at least a touchdown, you know. Defense has got to play better. Defense has got to keep – They got to keep from running the ball, I mean, right up the center of the field, straight through the gaps. And then once you get to that second level, linebackers and secondary have to tackle better.
They have got to tackle better. You're absolutely right about that. The defense has to play better. Offense has to get some points on the board, and they can do that. They've shown they can do that against all these teams. This is a tough region. Walker, Mount Pisgah, Fellowship Christian, you know, with the exception of Kings Ridge, you know, these other teams are probably going to go to the playoffs or contend for the playoffs.
Yep.
And you know, they've got some, you know, Mount Perrin. We saw them a few weeks ago, and that's a juggernaut of a team right there. But,
they'll get there.
They'll get there.
Terrence Mathis, I think is going to be a great thing for this school. Both kids, you know, seem really upbeat. He's doing a great job with morale of his kids, and that's the biggest thing about high school football. It's making men out of boys.
That's right.
You know, and Terrence Mathis seems like he's going to do a great job with this. Great job to him.
He's a winner. He's a winner on the field with the Falcons, the Jets, and the Steelers. He's a winner off the field as well. He's going to get these boys in the weight room and during the spring and in the summer and feed them and get them bigger and faster and stronger. And you know, next year Pinecrest alums, you know, they're going to be a much better football team. So, and you know, they're going to develop their JV program, their 7th grade program, 8th grade program, and that's where it all starts, the feeder system at the younger levels. Yep. And with good coaching and good good nutrition and just good coaching, and you can develop good athletes, and eventually he's got a system in place. He's going to develop that system, and they're going to be successful in a couple of years, I believe.
Absolutely. Yep, they will be.
Tell you what, we're going to take a timeout as they announce they have the homecoming court going on right now. It's homecoming here at Pinecrest Academy. It is 28-0 Fellowship Christian over Pinecrest Academy. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV.
I got a high ankle sprain going for a rebound.
Injuries are part of playing.
I got hit catching a pass and broke my collarbone.
So it's good to know that the sports medicine doctors, therapists, and athletic trainers at Children's Healthcare of Atlanta are experts at treating young athletes. If your child suffers any kind of sports-related injury,
I got hit and dislocated my shoulder.
Bring him to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta.
If you want a used vehicle, but you also want peace of mind, you want a Ford certified pre-owned vehicle. Because every Ford CPO vehicle is given a rigorous 172-point inspection by Ford factory-trained technicians. From the radiator to the transmission, to the engine, to the air conditioning. And every Ford CPO vehicle is backed by Ford with 7-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty coverage. Plus 12-month, 12,000-mile limited warranty coverage. Ford Certified Pre-Owned, a car that's inspected by Ford and backed by Ford. So what does that mean to you? Relax, it's covered.
We are back here between the Pines. It is homecoming tonight here at Pinecrest Academy. Unfortunately, the Pinecrest Academy football team trails Fellowship Christian 28-0 at halftime. I'm Ken Gustafson along with my partner Bo Johnson. We just interviewed Michael Barozes and Hogan Palmer, two star players for the Pinecrest Academy Paladins, both of them injured, not able to play. And those were absolutely delightful young men.
Yeah, absolutely. And you can tell the impact those players make on this team. You know, maybe with them in there, it's not a 4-touchdown deficit that they're coming out of half in, but, you know, injuries happen in the game of football. You know,
right, exactly. They're announcing the homecoming court right now. And now the moment of truth. And let's see who the homecoming queen's going to be. Sarah DeFazio, the mother of Ryan DeFazio. Or it might be the older sister. So Bridget McCabe is announced as the homecoming queen, the 2017 homecoming queen here at Pinecrest Academy. Congratulations to Bridget McCabe, the homecoming queen of the Paladins.
These are the times of these kids' lives right here.
Absolutely.
That's what it's all about.
Absolutely. Of course, some colleges have homecoming kings now.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, my high school, we didn't have a homecoming king, so I didn't get anywhere near. So the clock ticking down, 3:44, 3:43 remaining in the half. You think they'll start throwing the football more to start the second half? That is Pinecrest Academy. I would think
depends on how much faith they have in that offensive line to keep pressure off the quarterback. I don't think he's dropped back once without somebody getting back there with him. He has been able to get off a couple of throws, late in the second quarter, but every time he takes a snap or out of the shotgun back there, he's got somebody in his face almost immediately.
Right.
You know,
particularly
so
Billy McCurry, that number eight for Fellowship Christian. He's had 4 sacks.
You can't just be as one-dimensional as to keep just running the ball with 25, but you know, let's see what the spread offense is all about. It all starts with that offensive line, though.
Yeah, the offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking up front and preventing jailbreaks like we saw in the first half. But particularly, they got to contain McCurry. He's got 4 sacks on the night. And Mangan is, you don't want to get him hurt, obviously. You don't want to get anybody hurt. They've already had enough injuries. So we await the clock ticking down as they take pictures of the homecoming court here at halftime between the Pines. It's a beautiful atmosphere, Bo. I've really enjoyed coming here.
It's a great night for football. I really love this field. You know, real grass. They've got a big tailgating area over here in the right side end zone. You know, the stands are a little bit small. You've got both sides in the same stands. A lot of these football fields these days, I think they're kind of starting to kind of overdo it.
Yeah.
You know, God bless them for having, you know, the backing and the money behind them for these big cathedral-like football stadiums in high school. But I kind of like the old school feel of this stadium, man. I love playing. I've had to play on grass.
Where did you play your high school football?
Airline High School, Bossier City, Louisiana.
I've heard of it.
Shout out to the Vikings there.
I've heard they have a good baseball program too.
Absolutely. Most notable to come out of high school was LSU Hall of Famer Todd Walker.
Okay.
Who came out of Airline a couple years before I did.
Now, if we get in the car tonight and turn on AM 870, we'll probably hear about Airline, how they did.
Yeah, absolutely.
Louisiana has outstanding high school football. They've had outstanding, just as Georgia has for forever.
Great
many
football,
years.
great traditions. A lot of great baseball over in Louisiana too. But
and basketball.
A lot of NFL players hail from the great state of Louisiana, man. Proud to call it home.
Where exactly is Airline High? Oh, Bo, you just said
Bossier
City, Louisiana, off of I-20.
Yep, northwest Louisiana, across the Red River from Shreveport. Shout out to Shreveport Bossier over there. Might actually be some people listening. I called a few of them up before the game started, asked that they tuned us in.
Well, I've got a friend of mine who is from Zachary, Louisiana. His name is Clay Causey. He played basketball at Bryan College. And I do put on Facebook every night that, or not every night, every week that, we're going to be on the air, Pinecrest Academy. And I know another friend of mine I went to school with, his name is John Spears. He might be listening tonight. He lives in the Roswell area, and he was the one who told me about the Hagler brothers of Fellowship Christian. Watch out for them. And darn it, he was right.
He was exactly right. That was a good call there.
Yes, sir. So we're just about ready to get underway here as the homecoming men and women are still on the field as the clock ticks down to 0. Now the teams come out onto the field. Actually, the Fellowship Christian team is making their way onto the field. I don't see the there they go. Here comes the Pinecrest Academy team as the homecoming queen and her court leave the field.
Still taking a few pictures out there.
Still taking 2 pictures. Now they're going to run the clock another 2 minutes and 50 seconds for them to get off the field. So, wish we had other scores to bring you tonight. Maybe we can find out how Holy Innocents is doing, or
Holy Innocents on a bye this week.
Holy Innocents is on a bye this week. One of the many teams that you can watch and listen to on the SUVTV.com. A reminder that next Friday night we'll be right back here between the Pines as the Pinecrest Academy Paladins will take on St. Francis. Pre-game show is 7:23, kickoff at 7:30 right here on www.thesuvtv.com. And I want to go ahead.
Former Pinecrest coach Winter is actually taking his program over to Holy Innocents this year. So you got 2 rebuilding football programs that you can hear right here on SUVTV.com. And
that's right.
Get to watch these bright futures.
And we have other sports also. We'll have basketball coming up in a few weeks, and then baseball in the spring. Also have some, I believe, some lacrosse as well. So the Pinecrest Academy team is on the field. getting their warm-ups in. Want to give a shout out to anybody, whether you're listening in the metro area, perhaps you're listening in some other part of the state, somewhere around the southeast, perhaps somewhere in another part of the country, or somewhere else in the world, wherever you might be, around the city, around the south, around the state, around the nation, around the world, especially our military folks.
Absolutely.
Maybe we've got some Pinecrest Academy alums in the military, and you're stationed somewhere overseas. We are glad that you decided to tune in, and thank you especially for all that you do for our country. So the clock ticking down, 48 seconds, 47, 46, and Pinecrest will receive the football to start the second half, so it is imperative for them to get a score, I would say, on this first drive.
Yeah, first drive, and I might even consider, taking a shot here on first down, kind of get some positive momentum, get some great feelings going on in these kids' minds. The two kids we interviewed spoke about how Coach Mathis always had their back and always, tried to instill positivity in these kids. And so hopefully they're coming out of the half, even though down 4 touchdowns, with great attitudes and some positive thinking and ready to come out here and score some points in the second half.
So some coaches are so gun-ho, they'll scream at you, get angry and things like that. Not Coach Mathis. He understands the situation. These boys are working their butts off in practice each and every day, and it's just they've been snake bit the last several weeks, the whole season really. But let's see what they can do here in the second half. As we start the second half, Coach Mathis giving last-minute instructions to his team on the sidelines, as is Coach Al Morrell of Fellowship Christian. 2 fine schools, 2 fine programs. And the Pinecrest Academy team now on the field getting ready to receive the football. And here we go as the Fellowship Christian team, the kickoff team, is on the field, and we are about ready to get underway here in the second half here on homecoming night between the Pines. Beautiful night for football, Bo.
It's a great night, about 70 degrees, a little cool. It's about as cool as I like for it to get. A little breezy.
It's been extremely hot, even in this, well into the month of October. Nice to see fall weather finally coming back as Jack Behrens about to kick it away, and back to receive Ryan DeFazio and Colby Mangan. Here's the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick, and it is taken by Colby Mangan. Mangan across the 15, across the 20, and I believe he's close to the 20-yard line, and that's about where Pinecrest is going to start.
All right, here we go.
Mickey Mangan and his offense out on the field. Ball spotted exactly at the 22-yard line. It's 28-0 Fellowship Christian, but let's see what the Paladins of Pinecrest can do about that. 2 receivers to the right. Mangan in shotgun. Binkley to his left. Now Binkley, he has the football. Binkley, good hard running by Brooks Binkley, and he gets maybe about 4 yards.
Not a bad run there on first down. You want to, if you're going to run the ball on first down, you want to get at least 4 yards. We'll see how they spot it here.
He got about 6 yards from what I gather. Ball placed at the 27. It's going to be 2nd and 4, they say.
Great job there.
2 receivers to the right. Mangan in shotgun. Mangan is going to hand the ball off to Binkley. And Binkley still on his feet, runs up the outside, and he is knocked out of bounds. Close to the 40-yard line. He's going to be out at about the 36. So
yeah, they actually stood him up on the line there. That was a design play to go inside. They stood him up. He actually bounced the ball to the outside, the left edge over there. Ends up picking up about 12 yards. Nice hard run there. First down.
They placed the ball almost at the 35-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 35. Pinecrest Academy with the football. They trail 28-0. Mangan in shotgun. 2 receivers to the right. Binkley to his right. And Mangan fakes the handoff, and he is going to be sacked. Is it that guy again?
I think it is.
It is. Billy McCurry in the backfield. That's his 5th sack of the night. At least a 6-yard loss, I would say. And
you can tell he was tempted there to chuck the ball when that sack started, as he knew that he wasn't going to escape. Great job that he didn't, as that probably would have been intentional grounding. I don't see how he could have gotten it to any receiver. 2nd and 16 now.
It is 2nd and 16 from the 29-yard line. 2nd and 16. 2 receivers to the right. Low snap. Mangan gets it. Mangan throws. And the ball is dropped. Oh, my goodness. David Stubbs had the ball momentarily. He could not hang on to it, though, as he fell to the ground. And it's going to be 3rd and 16.
A little underthrown on that ball. Stubbs tries to go to the ground to catch it. Has the ball in his hands. Kind of gets jarred loose there, as you see on the replay. Almost makes it.
Almost made it. He just could not hold on. It is 3rd and 16 from the 29. 10-19 to go in the 3rd quarter. Fellowship Christian with a commanding 28-0 lead over Pinecrest Academy. 2 receivers to the right. Binkley to the right. Mangan in shotgun. Mangan back to throw. Mangan screen pass to Binkley, and that's going nowhere. And it's going to be 4th down once again for Pinecrest Academy.
Yeah, 2 defenders were draped on Binkley there. Kind of an ill-advised throw there, as he was already kind of being brought to the ground. That one kind of sniffed out by the Fellowship defense there.
So 4th down, and the punting unit's going to come on. Matt Stone will come on to punt. And back to receive is Cameron Gill. He's standing at about the 35-yard line. Stone waiting the snap. He gets it, and there it is. He punts it, and it's going to bounce across the 40. Cameron Gill has it. Gill across the 40, across the 45, across the 50, across the 45 of Pinecrest. And 81, David Stubbs, 52, Nolan Stafford. They're still trying to bring him down. They bring him down. They bring Gill down at around the 45. And I think that's where Fellowship Christian is going to start their offense right there.
About a 25-yard return there. Number 7, Mangan, almost had him. He played gunner on that play. Almost had him by the ankles there. If he could have wrapped him up, would have been on the 30-yard line opposite side.
So they're going to place the ball. The Chains have it at the 45, and yes, the ball is at the 45-yard line of Pinecrest Academy.
Great field position there for Fellowship.
You look at that offensive line of Fellowship Christian, they are big.
Hopefully those boys went and ate some Wheaties at halftime. We'll see how this defense plays in the second half.
Let's see. Brooks Bryant, the quarterback, under center. He hands the ball off to number 3, Milholland. James Milholland across the 40 and down at about the 37-yard line. He's run out of bounds.
Great job of pursuit there by the defense. It ended up giving up. A couple players saying the ball might have squirted out of there. I think the ball may have been fumbled out of bounds. Great job of pursuit. They ended up giving up a few yards on that play.
And there is a flag on the play. It's holding against Fellowship Christian.
There you go.
So another break for Pinecrest Academy. Another chance for the defense to make a play here, get the ball back, and try and score some points. So that's a 10-yard penalty. It's going to back the Fellowship Christian Paladins back up to their own 45-yard line. First and 25 is what the downage is going to be.
So will they get him with there, a personal foul?
I didn't see the first personal foul penalty. There was a holding. Here we go. Brooks Bryant under center. And he hands the ball off to number 9. This is Cam Cochran. Cochran up the sidelines. Cochran, he's going to break it. It looks like Cochran is going to be run out of bounds by David Stubbs. around the 10-yard line. Nice run by Cam Cochran.
Cochran hit the right side edge on that play and just skirted up the sideline there with very little resistance, as this Pinecrest defense has had very little answer to.
However, there is another holding flag.
there?
There is a penalty
That's
flag on
gonna
the
bring
field.
that
It
one
is
back.
holding against Fellowship Christian. So bring that one back. It's now going to be 1st and 35.
One much from keeping him from scoring on that play is that that holding flag is going to save him there. Looks like he may have just gotten gas as he was kind of pushed out the out of bounds on the 9-yard line.
So the ball should be
This
back
looks like
at.
Is it a spot foul penalty? Let's see what we have here.
If it's holding, it would be, if it was 1st and 25, it would be
from
10
the
more
line of
yards.
scrimmage, yeah.
Maybe it is a spot foul. Well, let's see. The ball, the flag is at the 48-yard line of Pinecrest. They pick up the flag. Here's the call. Holding against Fellowship Christian. Two penalties. One, was it a? It looked like he was saying personal foul against
foul
Pinecrest.
on the offense. It looked like defensive holding possibly on the defense.
So, looks like a personal foul against Pinecrest. It was holding against Fellowship Christian, so offsetting penalties. Now in the pros, they just redo the play as if it never happened. But let's see what the high school a little bit different.
Looks like they're going to spot the ball where the Pinecrest penalty happened.
And that would be, it's at the 40, right now it's at the 44-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. So here we go, 1st and 8 from the 44 of Pinecrest Academy. Fellowship with the ball and the lead, 28-0. Brooks Bryant is going to hand the ball off to Lawson Hagler, and Lawson Hagler gets a lot of yardage here. Maybe about 6, maybe 7 yards on the play. As Joey Kiernan is in on the stop for Pinecrest Academy. And it's going to be a Fellowship Christian first down at the 34-yard line. 10-yard run by Lawson Hagler.
Another handoff, just take it to the right side edge, right around the line there for 10 easy yards.
Brooks Bryant, I should say, under center. Gill in motion. He hands it to Cameron Gill. Cameron Gill breaks a tackle, and Cameron Gill is across the 25-yard line of Pinecrest. About a 6-yard gain. It's going to be 2nd and 5 from, let's see, the 25-yard line. Second and 1 from the 25, they say. 8:08 to go in the third quarter. And once again, Fellowship Christian picking up where they left off, just running the ball down the throats of the Pinecrest defense.
Very effectively with very little resistance.
Mulholland in motion. Now Bryant back to pass. He's going to throw. He's got his man. And the catch is made by, trying to tell, I want to say number 9. Yeah, number 9, Cam Cochran. So Cochran with the catch. And that's another first down for the Fellowship Christian Paladins. And they
Fellowship
are deep.
Christian are keeping Pinecrest honest there, passing the ball. Probably go back to the run now.
Bryant under center. And they give the ball to Lawson Hagler. He's tripped up by Ryan DeFazio, but not before he gets maybe 2 yards. Fellowship Christian moving the football once again here deep in Pinecrest territory. They are inside the red zone. 7:26 to go in the third quarter. I mean, you really no need to throw the football if you're Fellowship Christian.
You wouldn't think.
And they give the ball to, nice tackle there. They give the ball to Lawson Hagler, but a nice tackle by Ryan DeFazio.
Picks up a couple. That's a couple good stops in a row there by the defense. Let's see if they can hold him one more time. Should be about a 3rd and 6.
So it's going to be about 3rd and 6, 7 minutes to go in the third quarter. They're at the 12-yard line is Fellowship Christian. And a toss sweep to Cam Cochran. Cam Cochran is close to the end zone.
He's in there.
He is in. Touchdown. Touchdown, Fellowship Christian. Cam
Well, they tried. Couldn't do it 3 times in a row. Stopped that running game. Sweep to the outside. Cochran just runs it straight in.
So Cam Cochran with the touchdown, 12-yard run, makes it 34-0 Fellowship Christian Paladins. As Jack Behrens on to attempt the extra point. High snap, but the holder gets it down. Kick is up. It's a low line drive. No good. Behrens missed the extra point, and that high snap threw off the timing. So
there's something
positive there for Pinecrest Academy. They've gotten a few breaks here with penalties by Fellowship Christian and now a missed extra point. It is 34-0. However, Fellowship Christian with a commanding lead. And the Pinecrest defense just unable to stop the running attack of Fellowship Christian.
Fellowship Christian fans seem like they're trying to beat traffic here.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it looks like it. Of course,
that's fine with us.
If you're a fan of a player who might not get a lot of playing time, you're going to want to stay here because I'm sure the reserves of Fellowship Christian are going to get in the game, as are the reserves of Pinecrest Academy, at least eventually. So it's 34-0, Fellowship Christian over Pinecrest Academy here on homecoming night between the Pines. 6:45 to go in the third quarter. And what can you say? The Pinecrest defense just unable to stop the run game.
There's not a whole lot you can't say. You know, you want to get these kids in practice this week. Get some defensive run-stopping drills going down, some tackling drills.
Here's the kick by Behrens. High line driver, and it's picked up by DeFazio. DeFazio runs across the 20, well, almost to the 25. He is tackled at the 24, and that is number 67.
He almost broke that to the outside.
Number 67, Nathan Nardone with the tackle. Nice tackle by Nardone. So the Paladins will have the ball at the 24-yard line. That is the Pinecrest Academy Paladins. Sullivan and Colby Mangum receive the two receivers to the right. Mickey Mangan in shotgun, back to throw. Mangan, he's going to be sacked. And there's that guy again, I believe. Yep, there he is. Sack number 6. Billy McCurry, or 5.5. Of course, there was another fella in on the tackle as well. McCurry having breakfast, lunch, and dinner tonight between the Pines. And
yeah, he's been back there so much he can almost be playing for the other team.
And he's probably seeking for dessert now. Mangum in shotgun, back to pass. He gives it off to Binkley. Binkley finds some running room. Binkley is brought down at the 24-yard line, so they get the yardage that was lost on the sack back. They're back to where they started, or at the 24-yard line.
Right at about the original line of scrimmage, maybe 1 yard back. Should be a 3rd and 11 here.
They say 3rd and 11 from the 23.
Great run there by Binkley.
Nice run by Binkley. Two receivers to the right. Mangan in shotgun. Binkley to his left. Mangan back to throw. Here comes number 50. He eludes Matthew Curry, but he does not elude number 8, Billy McCurry. He does it again. Billy the Kid with his 7th sack of the game.
It's right around there. Yeah, he's definitely got himself at least a handful.
He has had breakfast, lunch, dinner, and now dessert. And now the next step is the late night snack.
Maybe, I guess.
Yeah, late night snack. I've had a lot of those. Oh, Billy McCurry, excellent football player. He's got a lot of speed. So Pinecrest in to punt, 4th down. Matt Stone waiting the snap. Matt Stone with a line drive punt. It bounces across the 50, picked up very quickly by Cameron Gill, and Cameron Gill is forced out of bounds inside Pinecrest Academy territory.
Kind of a shorter kick there. Gill retrieves it on the hop at full speed. Kind of runs out of bounds there to avoid the contact. Looked like he was about to try to break one there.
I rarely see that where a kick returner just fields the ball off a bounce that quickly. I don't think I've ever seen that, in fact, even in the pros.
Well, if that ball takes a football bounce, which is not going to be straight to you, that might end up a fumble there.
Exactly. So,
or a muff.
The ball placed at the 37-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. Fellowship in business once again. And they hand the ball off to Milholland. James Milholland across the 30, the 25, the 20, the 10, the 15, the 5, touchdown Fellowship Christian. James Milholland with a 36-yard touchdown run, and just like that, the Fellowship Christian Paladins extend their lead to 40-0. With 4:19 to go in the third quarter.
Well, toss to the left there, goes around the left edge. I don't even know if he was ever even touched.
Wow, that's really all I can say.
Yeah, as Fellowship scores again. Lining up for the extra kick now.
Jack Behrens, field goal kicker. He awaits the snap. It's a low snap. He gets it up, and this time it's good. Fellowship Christian might want to work on the snapping there. That's two bad snaps. One of them costing it.
If there has been one negative thing about their game tonight, I'd have to say that's probably what it is. Their long snapper might need a few reps in practice.
Exactly. So with 4:19 to go, it is 41-0 Fellowship Christian over Pinecrest Academy. We'll take a very quick timeout. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football on SUV TV. We're here between the Pines. Pinecrest Academy really up against it. They trail 41-0 to Fellowship Christian here on homecoming night here at Pinecrest Academy. We've had a great time, though. The fans always have a good time here, win or lose. Unfortunately, it's been losing.
Homecoming weekend. Alumni weekend. Lots of great tailgating going down in the right side end zone down there. Food smells great.
Now here's number 31 to kick it off. I'm trying to remember who this is. His kick is a low line drive. It's fielded by Colby Mangan. Mangan is across the 20, across the 25. He's down around the 26-yard line.
That was Will Peterson with the kickoff there.
Will Peterson, the backup kickoff guy.
Getting some reps in.
So you're going to see some reserves come in for Fellowship Christian, obviously with a 41-0 lead, and you'll also see the reserves of Pinecrest Academy. Ethan Massey in the ball game, number 11 for Pinecrest. They only have 34 players on the roster, and this is number 20, Peter Hoover. He's lines up out at the right side as Mangan is under center this time. And he hands the ball off to Binkley. Binkley, hard running, gets it across the 30, tackled at the 31-yard line.
I'll tell you, that's one player that hadn't given up on this football game is Binkley there. Legs still churning, churns out another 2 yards after first contact, drags a couple of guys with him. Good run there for about 4 yards.
So it's going to be 2nd and 6 from the 31-yard line for Pinecrest Academy. Brose is lining up in the backfield. No, excuse me, Binkley in the backfield, and he gets the football. And he does not get much, maybe no gain. I get so used to Michael Burrows as being the featured back, and with him being injured, of course, he's not in the ball game, but Just a slip of the tongue there.
I'll tell you what, they've done about as best as they could do with two of their best players on the sideline tonight. And Binkley's done a pretty good job carrying the ball.
Yes, he has. He scored the first touchdown of the season for Pinecrest Academy against South Forsyth. They lost that game 56-10, but that's against the 7A team that some say has a chance to win the state title. Mangan back to pass. He throws to the right. It's caught by Hoover. Peter Hoover with the catch. He is down at the 39-yard line. It's good enough for a first down.
Going to move the chains as Pinecrest approaches midfield. Good little pass play there.
Yes. Ball placed at the 39-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Pinecrest Paladins. 2:45 to go in the third quarter. And the give is to Binkley. Binkley hard running across the 40 down to close to the 45-yard line. Good hard running by Brooks Binkley. And you are right, Bo. He has not given up on this game. None of the players have given up on this game, but you can tell the hard running. He's
on every play
angry.
Too. And, he's probably shouldered 80% of this offense tonight, and he has given it his all.
Yes, he has. So 2nd and 4 from the 45. And they give it to Binkley again. Binkley is going to get maybe 2. No, he's not going to get any yards. Back to the original line of scrimmage. I thought maybe he got 1 or 2. So the ball still at the 45 is 3rd and 4. Credit Fellowship's defense. Good run stopping.
See what they do with this 3rd and 4 here.
3rd and 4. Mangan back to pass. Throws over the middle. It is, oh my goodness, really should have been caught by Peter Hoover off his hand. And it's going to be 4th and 4. And I guess you punt the ball here.
Almost picked off there by James Milholland, number 3. Off the deflection, but he can't come up with it.
Milholland almost gets an interception there.
Pinecrest is going to punt. How about a trick play or something here to kind of...
Well, you have nothing to lose. As Stone gets the ball, he kicks it.
Nice punt.
It's a high end-over-end kick fielded by number 21. Actually,
nice
that was number 2. That was Braden Webb, the punt returner for Fellowship Christian, and Trip Hoachman.
Stop there. Yep.
Trip Hoachman stopped him. So Fellowship Christian with the ball at their own 24-yard line. 1:22 to go in the third quarter. Still, we're still in the third quarter. Fellowship Christian. And that's number 24. That's Trexton Lewis with the carry for Fellowship Christian. Gets about 9 yards. A minute to go in the third quarter, so it's going to be 2nd and 1 for Fellowship Christian from their own 34-yard line. Bryant under center. Milholland in motion. Bryant back to pass. It's caught by number 15. And he is wrapped up right away by Colby Mangum. Also Sawyer Huffstetler on the play. Number 15 for Fellowship Christian.
Flag on the ground here. Looks like it may be a hold.
And we have a holding penalty against Fellowship Christian.
Let's see here.
Number 15, that is Mark Shota for Fellowship Christian with the reception.
Penalty is going to be holding. Going to back up Fellowship. Repeat 2nd down.
Repeat 2nd down. It's going to be, should be what, 2nd and 11 from the 24. 41 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Fellowship Christian with a 41-0 lead over Pinecrest Academy.
Love to see something like a turnover here.
That would be nice.
Fellowship has not really had a problem with ball security, though, ever since that fumble in the first quarter.
Nope, they haven't. So they say 2nd and 9 from the 34. Or the 24, excuse me. Brooks Bryant, starting quarterback for Fellowship Christian, still in the ball game. And he hands it off to number 24, Trexton Lewis. And Lewis gets a couple of yards.
We're saying the
There's
ball
a
came
fumble.
out.
Fumble on the play. And let's see who has it. Pinecrest says they have it. And they do.
Refs are signaling they have the ball, and there's that turnover.
There's the turnover we've been waiting for. So Pinecrest Academy forcing a turnover, forcing a fumble, and recovering the football, and they have the ball at the Fellowship Christian 30-yard line. 14.5 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and a golden opportunity for Pinecrest Academy to put some points on the board.
Got the turnover that they've been needing the entire game. Let's see what they can do to capitalize on it here. Wouldn't mind seeing a shot at the end zone here either.
So Mickey Mangan runs onto the field to give the play to his guys in the huddle, and he is in shotgun formation. Binkley to his right. Mangan back to pass. Mangan throws. It's off the hands, almost intercepted by number 10. That is Cody Tapley of Fellowship Christian. Tapley might not sleep tonight, being that he knows he should have caught that interception.
I don't know that being up 41-0 and missing that pick is going to cause him to lose a whole lot of sleep, but
yeah.
Sure wishes he could have come down with that one, though.
But if you don't play a whole lot and you have limited opportunities. 2nd and 10 from the 29. Back to throw is Mangan. Mangan throws, it's incomplete. And he wanted Peter Hoover, but he was covered by Trexton Lewis and Cody Tapley. So 4 seconds remaining in the third quarter.
Kind of underthrew that one there. Got a little too excited. Need to put a little bit more touch on that football.
Yeah, he did underthrow the ball. So with 4 seconds left in the third quarter, they're going to try again here to get some positive yardage. We still have another quarter to play. Mangan awaiting the snap. 2 receivers to the left. Mangan back to pass. He's going to throw it towards the end zone.
Open.
He's got a guy open, but it's just out of the reach of Colby Mangan as the buzzer sounds, and that ends the third quarter.
I'll tell you what, Ken, that was a play that they were needing to, right off the fingertips, just slightly overthrown. He was open by about 10 steps. Would have been a for sure touchdown there. You hate that they missed that one.
Yeah, maybe if he had laid out on that one, he might have gotten it. You never know. But as it is, they're not able to get the points on the board. At the end of the third quarter, it is 41-0 Fellowship Christian over Pinecrest Academy. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back right after this. You're listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV. We're back here between the Pines. Fellowship Christian leads Pinecrest Academy 41-0. Pinecrest Academy is a private pre-K through 12 college prep Catholic school. We provide an atmosphere of academic rigor and critical thinking while offering personalized attention in a Christ-centered environment of faith and reason. Call us today at 770-888-4477 to schedule a visit to Pinecrest. Visit our website, www.pinecrestacademy.org, to learn more about our award-winning school.
So what do you do here? 4th and 10.
Fourth and 10 for
Pinecrest's gonna go
Pinecrest.
for it here.
They're going to go for it. Mangan back to pass. Mangan throws towards the end zone, and this one out of the reach of David Stubbs. He's unable to get it, and the ball turns over on downs. And Fellowship Christian's going to get the football. They already have a 41-0 lead. Unfortunate for Pinecrest Academy. They could not get the touchdown they so wanted.
Mangan misses another open receiver there. Receiver stretched out trying to catch the ball. There's going to be a turnover on downs. But, yeah, I mean, I completely agree with the call. Unless you got a kicker that can make a 47-yard field goal. But what's the point? Want to get a touchdown on the board here. Don't fault him for that.
No, I don't. I don't at all.
Now, at some point, you have to start thinking about a mercy rule. Didn't they invoke a mercy rule?
No, they didn't. There was a team. There was a team in Louisiana who beat another team 90-6 several years ago. Anyway, as number 23 Joey Archer gets the carry for Fellowship Christian, and he is stopped right away. Nice defense there by Ryan DeFazio. I believe he was in on it. Stopped for a 4-yard loss. So 10:48 to go in the game. And Ryan gives the ball to number 24, Trexton Lewis. He gets maybe a yard.
Two nice stops. Now let's see if they can put another one together here.
Nice stop there by the Pinecrest defense. Number 63, Matt Del Balzo, in on the play. Now they're going to go. We have a new quarterback in for Fellowship Christian.
It's going to be number 23, Joey Archer.
Joey Archer. Archer hands the ball off, and he handed it off to Lewis. Lewis taken down by number 56, Joey Kiernan. Nice play by Kiernan for Pinecrest Academy. And it's going to be 4th down, and Fellowship Christian is going to punt the ball away.
Nice stop by the Pinecrest defense there, albeit, versus
second
some
stringers.
backup players, but
it's still a positive, yes.
Getting the ball back and see if they can get one in the end zone here.
So James Milholland is gonna kick for Fellowship Christian. He's gonna punt it. And his punt is a low line drive kick. It bounces. It's fielded by DeFazio. DeFazio is tackled at about the 38-yard line.
I'll tell you what, that Pinecrest line there almost blocked that punt as 3 players penetrated the backfield there.
We do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the flag is. It's against Pinecrest Academy. Illegal use of hands, I believe, was the call. So that's going to back up Pinecrest to
about the 27.
The 27-yard line. So 1st and 10 from the 27. Now we have Ryan DeFazio playing quarterback. He is a backup quarterback. He hands the ball off, and right away the running back is met by number 88, Matson Gross. The running back for Pinecrest was number 42, Tony Novo, and he got nothing on that play. Actually, a 4-yard loss. So it's going to be 2nd and 12 from the 25-yard line for Pinecrest Academy. 8:36 to go in the game. Fellowship Christian up 41-0.
At this point, they're just trying to, run plays that they know they can work, or maybe even that they need to work on.
2 receivers to the left. DeFazio gets the ball. He hands it off to Novo, and Novo is sacked right away by number 80. That's Charlie Patterson. So the second stringers of Fellowship Christian on the defensive side are making plays here.
Yep. Not much resistance there on the offensive line. 2 plays stopped in the backfield.
Nope. Number 64, Tyler Schmidt in the ball game for Pinecrest Academy. Number 50, John Peter Haynes. Number 75, William Bear. DeFazio in shotgun formation. Back to pass. Eludes a defender. DeFazio now running with the football, and he almost lost the ball. It looked like he fumbled it. He did fumble it, but he fell back on it. He gained about, I want to say 5 yards, 6 yards? 4 yards. It's going to be 4th and 13. Ball placed at the 27-yard line, and Matt Stone in on to punt again. 7 minutes to go in the game. Fellowship Christian 41, Pinecrest Academy nothing. Nice punt by Stone. It bounces, and they're going to let it bounce. It's going to roll and stop at the 39-yard line of Fellowship Christian.
Pretty favorable bounce there as it bounced for about another 10 yards.
So the Paladins of Fellowship Christian in total control of this ball game with 6:30 to go in the ball game. They will take over at their 39-yard line. Pinecrest Academy has done some good things earlier in the game. They forced a fumble down in Fellowship's territory and had a chance to put some points on the board, but the Fellowship defense just stopped them. But it's been all Fellowship since then. And now number 6.
Pretty good play by the defense.
Good defensive play there by Pinecrest is number 6, the ball carrier for Fellowship. That is Blake Scott. It helps to memorize every player's name on the roster, which is what I try to do.
Second stringers have come out here to try to ball, trying to earn that spot.
We have a face mask.
Next week or next season.
We have a face mask against Fellowship Christian. No, excuse me, Pinecrest Academy.
Yeah, gonna.
So that will move the ball
all the way across the 50.
Across the 50 into Pinecrest territory. Ball at the 44-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. Joey Archer under center. Blake Scott in motion. The pitch is to Lewis. Lewis gets across the 45-yard line down to about the 43. Clock running, 5:36, 5:35.
Another decent stop by the Pinecrest defense there.
Pinecrest defense is playing hard and playing well here.
Trying to take a few positives out of this game.
Number 22, Bosco Sanchez Mejarada in the ball game for Pinecrest Academy. As they give the ball to Lewis again. So the second stringers of Pinecrest Academy also doing a good job here. Jackson Mueller in the ball game. Number 58, Zach Shetman. Of course, most of these guys are regulars, being you only have 34 guys on the squad.
Yeah, and a lot of them play both sides of the ball.
Right. But Bosco Sanchez, not a regular, but doing a good job here in the waning minutes of the game. Now back to pass is Archer. Archer's going to be sacked.
Nice.
Great job by number 63, Matt Del Balzo. Del Balzo began the season as the punter for Pinecrest Academy. He was also playing on defense as well. 5 yard.
With some penetration there. As Fellowship's going to have to punt the ball now.
Fellowship is going to punt the ball. Or are they?
No, they're not. They're going for it on 4th and 14.
They're going to go for it on 4th and 14. Well, you got a 41-0 lead. No, they're punting it.
Okay.
Quick punt. And DeFazio is going to let it bounce, and it's going to land at the, I want to say the 10-yard line?
So Fellowship trying a little bit of trickery here as the quarterback lines up in shotgun formation, takes the ball, backs up a step, and punts it. Receiver was back for Pinecrest, decides to let it bounce.
So as they play Sweet Caroline, want to remind you that we'll be back here next week, 7:30 kickoff against St. Francis between the Pines. DeFazio in shotgun, trips to the right. And now they hand it off to Antonio Novo, and Novo is wrapped up right away.
Try to make something happen with it there.
Number 78, Caleb McClung. Number 80, Charlie Patterson in on the stop.
Nova runs into a wall there, tries to bounce it to the outside. Fellowship wasn't having it.
Nope.
Loss of 2 there on the play.
Loss of 2 on the play, 2nd and 12 from the 18. Number 14, Eli Hildebrand in the game for Fellowship Christian. Also number 35, Jordan Brewer. DeFazio awaits the snap. He's in shotgun. Back to throw. He throws to Colby Mangum, who drops it.
Looked like Mangum was trying to turn the ball upfield before he caught it there.
That's what happens. You think about running with the ball upfield before you catch it.
And he probably could have made a play out of it. He only had one defender to beat there.
Braden Webb there on the coverage. 2:40, 2:39 to go, clock ticking down. 3rd and 12 for Pinecrest Academy from their own 18. DeFazio in shotgun. Back to throw. Here comes number 67, but DeFazio gets it away. It's incomplete. I think he had David Stubbs as the intended receiver.
Pressure coming there on DeFazio. That time almost takes a big lick in the back. Defender kind of holds up a little bit.
That was Nathan Nardone on the pressure. So 2 minutes to go now. 4th and 12. And they're going to punt. Pinecrest is, as Matt Stone, who's been a busy man tonight, will be in to punt the football away. So most likely, Pinecrest Academy has seen the football on offense for the last time tonight. Punt is fielded by number 2, that's Braden Webb, and he has run out of bounds close to the 35-yard line of Pinecrest Academy. Minute 18, minute 17, clock ticking down.
I would imagine that Fellowship's just going to let this run.
Pinecrest Academy will fall to 0-7. Fellowship Christian will improve to 4-3 overall, 2-3 in the region. 1st and 10 from the Pinecrest 37. Fellowship with the ball and a 41-0 lead.
Lined up in victory formation.
And they're gonna do the victory formation. And that is going to do it. They'll have to do it one more time, I think.
Yep.
Pinecrest Academy, as they have done all year, played very hard.
They did play hard. You know, they're a little undersized. This Fellowship team coming in here, you know, huge players on the offensive line and the defense. You know, Pinecrest was just a little outmatched tonight. Like we've been saying all night, a very young team, a bright future for them and Terrence Mathis. You know, it's hard to stomach losses like this and seasons like this. We've all been through them. You know, the team's lining up now to give some high fives to each other, but as the clock does wind down to 0, it is now official.
Final score, Fellowship Christian 41, Pinecrest Academy, 0. Before we go, I want to mention our sponsors. They are the ones that make it possible for us to...
Y'all called a great game. I know it's been a tough season, but y'all did a great job.
Oh, thank you, sir. Appreciate that. That's Athletic Director Tim Kane. You're the Athletic Director?
No, I'm just a parent.
Oh, you're just a parent. Okay. Okay. They had a parent come by and compliment us
Well,
on,
thank you,
on
sir.
the calling.
We appreciate that.
On calling a good game and calling in all the games this year. I do want to mention our sponsors before we leave the air. Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV, is brought to you by Atlanta Rehabilitation and Performance Center, by Haynes Sports Medicine, by O'Rourke Family and Cosmetic Dentistry, by Grubb, by Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, by Georgia Water and Fire Restoration, by Henninger Realty, by Castle Car Wash, by Ben Oak Farms, by The Collection, by Northside Hospital, by Lawrence Springs Animal Hospital, by Primary Care Pediatrics, by the Black Diamond Grill, by Bill Kiernan, and by Southern Landscape Supply. On behalf of my broadcast partner, Bo Johnson, our producer, Marquez Burnett, I'm Ken Gustafson saying so long. Once again, your final score: Fellowship Christian 41, Pinecrest Academy nothing. Until next week, Friday night, right here between the Pines, where the Pinecrest Academy team will take on St. Francis. This is Ken Gustafson saying so long. You've been listening to Pinecrest Academy Paladin Football, powered by SUV TV.